And welcome everybody to Hometown Sports. Today from Connellsville, we bring you the third annual Connellsville Triathlon. Vern Oler, Seth Prentice here. Seth, something different for Hometown Sports.
That's why we call this a special presentation for sure, Vern. We decided not only that we're going outside, but we're going to the river, we're going on bikes, and we're going to take a little bit of a run around Connellsville.
And use all the natural resources that this great city has to offer. We're in for a little swim. We're about ready to get going. The swimmers are up, and here they go. The horn goes off. This is about a 250-yard swim out by the pier and down in York Park. A lot of safety people in the river, as you can see.
What is the normal rate that it takes to swim this?
Actually, this is new to the event. This being the third year, this swim was moved to the park for easier entrance and exit of the river. The previous course that they had, it was a little rocky, a little muddy. People had a tough time getting out and in and out.
Right.
So we moved it to this, and it's really probably one of the deeper parts in the York, and actually a really swift current too. So even though the race is a little shorter, the swim race portion is shorter, it's actually more grueling due to the fact that you are fighting current, and you can see the current as we go with the kayaker and whatnot getting pulled down.
Oh yeah, that's true. And we see some of our first swimmers making it back to the shore in record time here, Vern.
Oh, that was great time there.
He shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, that's Tom Bailey. Tom Bailey, he's out and about, and here comes a few more guys.
How many competitors do we have this year?
72 competitors. Actually, I believe into the water there was 69 competitors, with 3 of those being teams. 72 total competitors.
Wow. And this is all made possible by the Connellsville Rec Board, correct?
Yes, the Recreation Department took over the event this year. Actually, the previous 2 years it was run by River City Promotions. And after they disbanded, they asked if we would take it over, and it's a great event, and it's really a nice way to showcase the city.
And we can't ask for better weather today. It's a tad bit cool, so getting out of the water might be a little bit of a problem. I think they said the water in the river today is about 72 degrees.
Well, I actually think it would be tougher to get into the water than it would be to get out. If it was me, I like to get in about 85-degree pool water, if at a minimum.
That's true. And nothing you like to see more than all these people coming out and supporting the event. And I think actually we're down to our last couple swimmers here to get out. I don't believe we have many more. And we have men and women of all ages. We do have a couple teams.
Yes, we have 3 teams, and I think we have competitors over the age of 60. I do know that. And I think the youngest one is 18.
Wow. And we actually have a few celebrities.
Oh, we have the local Connellsville City Solicitor,
Yep.
Mr. Tim Witt. He's involved there. Actually, the Secretary of the Recreation Board, Greg Lincoln, and his wife, the Vice President, or Treasurer.
There's Greg walking out, and there's Tim right now as we speak. They're coming out.
And with Leanne, his wife. So it's they look a little gassed right now to say. Well, they only have a 10 1/4. Oh, there's Greg with chest palpitations there. They're holding his chest. So they actually have a 10 1/4 mile bike ride ahead of them right now as they go to the transition area.
Well, Vern, while they're getting ready to go to the transition area, why don't we head over to the bike and see what's going on over there? And here we go, Vern. We're on the bikes now.
Yeah, this is our first guy out of the water, Tom Bailey. He's up and running, and like I said, he was shot out of a cannon with that swim. I mean, he made great time in that thing.
And there's only one other biker right now behind him, and it's on a bike I've never seen before. It's like an elliptical style bike.
Elliptical bike, yes. Everybody's trying to get basically, this guy's running 13 miles if you take it to the 3-mile run that you have on the elliptical.
So describe the route that we're taking here.
You know what? It consists of five hills, and anybody familiar with Connellsville knows Connellsville is basically a big V, big valley there, up one side, down the other. So you have 5 hills that you have to climb. But as a biker, with all the hills that you do climb, you're rewarded with a nice coast afterwards. You're up one side, down the other.
Yeah, as we see, they just went over the big bridge here in Connellsville.
The Crawford Avenue Bridge up through town.
Now you're going to have to climb that other hill after just a little small
And these are small grades, actually, and you do a little wrap around here.
Just past Aaron's building.
Yeah, we're coming down to Apple Street.
And a special thanks to all the volunteers today.
Oh, I tell you what, we have all kind of groups involved. Local fire departments, Connellsville Township, New Haven Hose, of course, South Connellsville, the police auxiliary. There's a group of children, a group of kids at the high school, the National Honor Society kids. They do their community service. They're volunteering today.
Tell you what, you saw a couple of the bikers real quick there up on the bridge. I'll tell you what, this kid separated himself from the pack. I mean, yeah.
Right away, yes.
And you can see, the one biker behind him on the elliptical bike. But other than that, that's it.
Yes.
That's just the two of them.
And this is basically, we tell these guys beforehand that, it's the rule of the road. When you're out biking, even though we try to accommodate with safety factor, with traffic control, they have to watch. They're basically out in a vehicle.
Well, again, as you see, traffic's going with them.
Yes.
I mean, we had some of the police cars going as, like a pace car type deal to protect them, but they're on their own for most of this race.
And that hill there, actually, that was the Arch Street hill coming up before you get to Falcon Stadium, and it's a little grueling. That's the first one, or maybe one of the more easier hills that they have to do. Now, this area here out by the Falcon Stadium, it actually goes all the way out through South Connellsville, past Anchor Hockey, and it's a small, gradual climb. Nothing major, but it's I'm sure by the time he gets out to the bend at Anchor Hawking, he's feeling it because of the grind.
Where is the halfway point for these bikers?
The halfway point is probably up around Carnegie Library, around on Pittsburgh Street in there, which is a little further out.
And you can see here, our biker is definitely pushing the pedal to the metal, and there is no one within at least a quarter to a half mile right now to him. This kid is pumping and going. How old is he?
He was young. I think he was like 24, 25, something like that.
And now, had he done this prior to?
Yeah, he's a triathlete. And these guys come from all over. We had people from York, PA, a couple from Maryland.
Wow.
West Virginia. We actually dropped off brochures and applications down at the Pittsburgh Marathon and had a good response from that. Yes.
Wow.
And they were very helpful. The Pittsburgh Marathon, or Triathlon, I'm sorry, was very helpful with passing out our brochures and whatnot and helping promote our event.
So I'm guessing right now we're in South Connellsville?
We're in South Connellsville.
Okay.
Just coming up on Crown Cork and Sill.
How long does it take to figure out a route for a triathlon like this?
You know what? There's a little that goes into it. It actually, you have to watch out to make sure you're not on state roads too much. You have to get special permission from them. Even though this is a state road, Arch Street, and that, it isn't like it's like 119. Now, when you get up towards Snyder Street, 711, you start to come in with all the truck traffic, and they kind of frown on that stuff. But 10 miles of road through Connellsville is fairly tough.
Yeah.
And it really honestly, the hardest part about this, Seth, is to swim. All this water and nowhere to swim. We really do not have deep water within the city. And actually, like I said, where we swam is the deepest part within the city limits. We could have went to West Shaw or South Connellsville Beach for maybe a better swim. But for what we had in our resources, we had to go with what we had.
Now, does it make more sense to swim north and south rather than east and west?
You know what? The Yauk actually runs north.
Oh.
It's one of those few rivers to do, so.
That's true. Yeah. Well, you learned something today.
Yeah, he's out by the old Anchor Hawking, which is nothing more, as you can see. He's making a great time.
Now, what would the winner last year finished in under an hour, correct?
Yes, he was around, I think it was like 56 minutes.
Wow.
And it was like 56, 57 the first year also.
I mean, you're figuring a 3-mile run for most of these athletes is about 7-8 minutes a mile.
Oh, probably not even that. Probably 6. These guys do, and but the run portion of this being the last after a 10-mile bike run, you know, like I said, this is his last. He's on the last little bit of that grade that I told you about out through South Connellsville. Once he gets to the top here, he probably has a good half mile, almost 3/4 of a mile of downhill.
Just coast.
Yes. But these guys don't coast. He'll be into it. He'll be making up time.
And as you see, there is literally no one behind him.
No, nobody.
Quite amazing. Now, how many actual triathletes were there more triathletes signed up for this, or?
Yeah, you know what? You get two types of people. He just glanced around to see. Yeah, you're clear, bud. Yeah, you do. You get some, and you just get some guys that are just workout freaks. That they know they can do it, and really, if you think about it, 3 great forms of cardio.
No, it is. And I was actually talking with one.
In my case, that would be 3 great forms of cardiac arrest.
There you go. I was talking with one of the police officers from Connellsville, and he said that he does those warrior.
Those are the new thing. Actually, we've kicked around one of those, maybe in conjunction with the police organization. That would be a great event. And again, being as lucky as we are to have the natural resources that we do, we could actually use some of the terrain and of Connellsville to make some great obstacles.
I mean, those are like 2.5-hour marathon type
Like
deals.
I said, this guy's downhill and he isn't coasting. He's making time.
Now, where do we go from here?
This is actually going to be, when we get down to the bend here, this is a new portion of it. Before, we took it up around the high school and the career center, but since all the construction up there, we were unable to do that because of the construction. So we had to put another mile, and it's funny that area around there, you lose a mile, which is kind of hard to believe.
Oh, no way.
And if you ever go up by there, everybody always sees everybody walking up around there. So we did this. We had actually sent them out Gibson Avenue up the Reedmore Road into Isabella Road, which is one of the most, it's a short hill, but as the viewers will see shortly, it's a grueling hill.
Right now we're passing the South Connellsville Borough building, I do believe. No, I was wrong. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're right. And now this is the new part. This is Gibson Avenue. Gibson Avenue kind of looks flat right now. Trust me, people, this is probably a half mile to a 3/4 mile steady grade, and you get rewarded at the end of that steady grade with basically something that personally I would need an escalator to get on top.
Now, did any of you actually test this while making this course?
In a pickup truck, yes, I did, in my own vehicle. There's no way I was going on a bike. And like I said, this is, here we go. We're getting ready to get up. This is Reedmore portion of South Connellsville.
It's a beautiful route, though, that you guys take.
Oh, yeah. And you get the neighborhoods and whatnot, and you get some people. As if you've been watching along the sides, the neighborhoods are into it, and they help out.
This can't be an easy climb right now.
No, this is the shorter one of the two. It's going to go on a bend here.
Okay.
And once you get the bend, it goes straight uphill. Like I said, this is the small end of it.
We cut over to other action with it.
Yeah, this is at the top of the hill. We're on our way back down Isabella Road now, coming back into Connellsville. And this is the last little portion here. Now, he has a nice long stretch of just coast, but like I said, these guys make up their time on this. And you saw in that shot, there's nobody back there.
No. There's not a single person.
He's going to run right into the back of the vehicle.
Well, yeah.
Whoever's driving better hurry up. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, that's the cameraman's job to let the driver know, hey, speed up. Yeah, this kid's just phenomenal. I mean, they're literally...
He's going to pass the car, look.
Yeah. And here we are back down in Connellsville.
Yeah, this is Wills Road area. There it comes up to another little grade. This is a flat portion of it right now, but once he gets over this little knob here, it's going to start another probably close to half-mile grade, steady climb uphill. And like I said, he's rewarded at the end. That's back off of Now he's down to Blackstone. And he's probably at about the 3/4 mark around right in here.
Wow. So then we're going back up to the school, correct?
Yeah, this is Snyder Street. Like I said, and Connellsville Township took care of traffic control here. He did a great job. You have all those big trucks and everything.
Yeah, you can even see the fire trucks.
This hill here is the last of the 5, or actually there's one more. This is the 4th one, and it's tough. And then you have the you get rewarded by up to the school, which is all uphill also.
Yeah, and then it's all downhill from the school.
Basically, it's almost all downhill the whole way into the route to the transition area.
What a gorgeous view from the school.
Yes. And hey, thanks to the Connellsville School District too for letting us go around there. They actually are. They have 2 members on the Connellsville Rec Board.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
Who 2 representatives?
Who are they?
Mr. Doty and Mr. Mongel.
Okay. Special thanks to them as well. Now, are we going all the way around the tech
All
center?
the way? No, you go all the way around the junior high this year because of the construction.
Okay. Now, they're only in stage 1 of that construction too, aren't they?
They're making headway.
Okay. Now, this is going to come back out, and we're going to go right up Falcon Drive.
Falcon Drive, yes.
And we go from Falcon Drive, we're going past the hospital.
Down to the hospital, yes, back down to Pittsburgh Street, and then you go to Peach to Water and circle back over the bridge, and then this kid, after doing all this to his body, gets to run 3 miles.
Now, I don't believe we have enough camera coverage here today to show where all they're running. I believe we have to the point where they're coming down 6th Street, and then we're going to be up on the hill with the camera for the turnaround, and then we'll have the finish line. So where is the run really taking these guys?
These guys will go back. They will bike back to where they ended the swim.
Okay.
And they will drop their bikes off at the transition area, put on their running shoes, because some people do have biking shoes. The more serious triathletes will have biking shoes to go on.
What's the difference there?
There's some spikes in the biking shoes.
Look, there's not even one person up that hill biking besides him.
No. And this here's a little grade 2 coming out of Falcon Drive up the Breakneck.
Here we're going past the hospital now.
Mr. Bailey, he's just making time.
This kid has to be your athlete of the year right now.
And last year, the guy that swam,
yeah,
he the first one out of the water from the swim, it wasn't far into the race where he was passed on the bike. For
really?
This kid to do what he's doing.
Wow. Now, where did this kid finish last year?
I don't know. I couldn't tell.
Okay. I think we had a stop up here.
Yeah, there was a problem with traffic control. Someone didn't pay too much mind. But here he goes. He's making it up.
He's pushing. And also special thanks to New Haven. They helped out here.
New Haven helped out with traffic control. New Haven helped out with
the boat and the water.
Boat, yes.
And Fayette EMS was there, so.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mention Fayette EMS. Yeah, Rick Adabat and his group very, very much.
And the township helped, correct?
Yes, they were there also. Yeah.
So actually all 3 members of Connellsville were there: township, the borough, and the city. So big help.
Like I said, Mr. Bailey, he's coming up there. I mean, he just look. You have to watch. Okay, he'll come right up on the vehicle.
Oh yeah.
And we had a lot of private citizens that said, "Hey, we'll watch corners for you. They're coming by the house and different things." Do a watering station. Now he's back into the park. This is the parking lot, and here he comes. He's going to dismantle his bike, and I don't know if he'll change shoes to run with or not.
Well, here we go. We're going to get him from switching over from biking. He's off to run. Let's go catch up with all of our runners now, Vern. All right, Vern, here we are.
Tom Bailey, he's coming down 6th Street. Now, he'll make a left to get on the Great Allegheny Passage, Connellsville section of the hike bike trail. He will go out 1 1/2 miles, turn around, and come back to the finish line. And I mean, this kid's making great time.
Tell you what, there's no one behind him here still either.
I mean, you know, look at the stride. I mean, he's just, is he sweating?
Yeah. And with the beauty of editing here and camera transitions, we've been able to fast forward through some of the race.
Yes. This is David Huffnagel. David, he was the second guy to come through.
And we also have a member of a team running behind him, and our first female contestant that we've seen here today.
Yes, this is actually off the Dam team, and that that stood for. I don't have their names handy, but it was Dan, Adam, and Margaret, I believe it was.
That's cool.
Yeah, and this is Margaret House. And she got the relay, so she's doing her leg of the run, which, if you had to choose one, which one would you do?
The running.
Will you do the run?
Yeah. The running or biking. I mean, the biking would kill me, but
a lot of people don't like the part of the river.
I can't swim.
Okay.
I can't swim well. I can swim enough to survive. These two guys were buddies, correct?
Yes, they were. And they're making...
That's number 36, and trying to get his number 40 possibly?
36 and 40. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. 40 was Dave Huffnagel. 36 was Brent Dean.
Okay. Tell you what, he is really pushing it. I'll give everyone that competed in this all the credit in the world.
Yeah, I mean, to put yourself through this.
I mean, you know, this guy right now is doing more than I could ever do.
Okay, first things first. I would not do a 300-yard swim without a margarita in my hand.
Yeah, well.
Okay.
And there better be another margarita on the other side of that.
You know, a 10-mile bike ride would have probably have to have Harley on the side, and the run probably in my vehicle, 3 miles. Both of these guys here are actually 3-time participants.
Oh, really?
Yes. As he gets a little closer, I know the one in the back is Dr. Jerry Perez. He's a dentist from Dunbar.
Okay.
And this here's Brian Suter, local contractor.
Now, is it easier to do it with less clothing? Because, I mean, later on we'll see guys that are, you know, literally just in
shorts and their shoes.
Like compress shorts, and,
Yeah.
you know, nothing else.
I'm sure whatever's comfortable, you know,
Okay.
as long as you're comfortable.
I wasn't sure because you see some of the swimmers swim with the skull caps on.
Right.
So I wasn't sure if there's certain things that you want to use. And here's one of our first ladies here that's coming down. Or single competitors.
Right.
Give the ladies credit. They've been keeping up with the guys here all day.
Oh, yeah. There were some great athletes.
Oh, heck.
Great.
We had the Australian runner in the 5.
Woodruff, yes.
Yeah. I think the...
Here comes the second woman. She's not far behind. I tell you, I mean, you got to realize Tom Bailey's probably the one right now for the win, but this woman's race could be close.
Oh, here, there's a third woman behind the second guy there.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom had a huge lead on everyone, but I think the pack shrunk, and they traveled almost together. And truly, that hill, that climb up to the turnaround, isn't an easy run.
No, there's a little bit of a grade there. Yeah, for the most part, the run is level. And the participants, when they checked out the course ahead of time, they thanked us for that.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Especially
after they were done yelling at us about the bike route.
Oh, well. I suppose that could happen. There's number 41. I think he's smiling and saying hello to the camera.
He'll end up being a YouTube sensation. Remember the guy they took his picture? That's John Fish.
Okay.
39 years old. Tom Bailey is, oh no, I'm sorry. That was his number, was 39. My,
Here's 2 women right now.
roster, yes.
Number 7 and
Ashley Kircher.
some of the runners wore their numbers. Like, you know, some wore them on the back, some on the front. I know that the ladies wrote Sharpies down on the arms and stuff, but I think that came off from sweat and being in the river. Here comes another woman, number 45.
Okay, Shannon Metzler, I'm sorry. Hey, might as well butcher one. Football season's right around the corner.
It is. And actually, our first kickoff game is going to be the Southmoreland game this year.
At Jeanette.
Yeah. It actually works out. It's weird. Our first game of the season, or first team of the season, is the last team of the season.
Okay.
Because we're going to do Southmoreland first, and why not end it? Because we're going to do the Southmoreland yacht game to end the year after that great game that we got last year. So
that was a great game.
And we were able to get an interview with Dakota Dats, and I'll tell you what, if I've ever seen a fire in someone's eyes, that kid's ready. Look at these guys. I mean, no one.
You can tell they've been through something right now. Some of these guys are just hitting stride, and other guys are like going, okay.
Well, if
how
you're
much longer?
If you're going to save energy, where do you save it at?
I would have saved it on the bike route with the long drifts that you could have had, just coasting after some of those hills. Because basically, once you got out of Breakneck Avenue, you almost could have coasted down till it was time to climb the bridge. You're going to lose time. If it's a matter of just completing the event, you would do something like that. But like you see with Mr. Bailey, he was making up time when he was going down here.
Yeah.
This is a guy's an interesting. This is a third-year participant.
Okay.
62 years old.
Wow.
Mr. George Roskis.
How does that make you feel?
Right there. I mean, this guy, he's like Jack LaLanne. He just keeps on going and going. Good stride. Look, he doesn't even look winded. He might differ with me right there on that comment, but
I'll tell you what, though, that's the first runner I've seen that has water bottles on the waist.
he had that Inspector Gadget belt. He had a bunch of things on there.
The Batman utility belt.
Exactly.
There's another runner coming.
For a while there, I tell you what, I guaranteed, there were more men, but I bet if they're out of the first 15, I bet 6 of them were women.
Wow.
They made a great showing in this event.
This guy's ripped. And that's the thing. You saw a lot of these guys that were physically in shape that were getting beat by people that looked like average people.
Yes, exactly.
Now, is that because they're not trained for this, or?
I just I did know that I had a couple phone calls. People were inquiring. There were first few timers. People wanted to try it. This is something new that they've seen, they've watched. And other people they live for this stuff. They go all over. You would not believe the websites out there for triathlons.
Really?
You put them on and they find you basically.
I know the 5Ks and 10Ks. Those are really easy to find, and a lot more of them are popping up. Heck, they have the zombie apocalypse.
Those are another thing that's up and coming as far as runs and fitness crazes. But and like I said, in Connellsville here, we're unique. Scottsdale just had a triathlon.
For the library,
Uniontown has one, but those guys swam out of their pool. They had to swim in stages at their local Ys.
Nuh-uh.
So, we are able to, basically give you a full tilt here of the swim, the bike, and the run.
As we can see, I think it went in like a couple different packs. Of course, you had a couple of your single ones going, but we just saw a good few many runners come through right now as we speak.
Couple more girls. Like I said, the ladies made a great showing.
No,
Number one, That's Angela Bola.
Number 51 was?
No, at number 1.
No, I
And 50. Oh, I'm sorry, 51. That was Jamie Brooks. Jamie Brooks is a local girl. She's actually, I believe, third. I know she's at least 2. I believe she's a third-year competitor.
Oh, wow, that's great. Here comes 4 more as well. This has to be a great experience to say that you got to accomplish something like
That'd
this.
be one to take off the bucket list. I mean, I don't know if I'd ever put that one on mine, but that'd be a great way for me to get to the end of my bucket list.
Yeah, I was gonna say that to end the bucket list, that might be it.
Yeah, that would be it.
I mean, I'm excited. Bruce Springsteen's coming to Pittsburgh the end of October.
You're taking one off of yours.
Yeah, I finally get to do that. So I can't wait.
Now, a few of these people,
Yeah.
a little birdie told me they were having some problems with some traffic control. So,
Hey, it happens.
you know, so,
With that many people, you know, it's...
and that far of a race.
Right.
You know, 10.25 miles, city miles.
You don't see many of these runners with the iPods and all of that in their ears. Is it because...
They don't have time for the... Well, number one, you can't... I mean,
that's true.
out of the water.
Yeah. Were any of these runners using the like a tracker to see how far they were going?
Oh,
or?
I'm sure. I'm sure.
I know you can get the shoes now that, you know, they'll track it back to your phone or whatnot.
Here comes number 58.
They didn't put
She's a part of Team 3.
They didn't put the numbers in numerical order for you.
No, they didn't. They put as they. But there was also another team. Our first team made great time.
Whew. So the plan for next year's team would be, are you guys doing another triathlon next year?
Definitely, definitely.
Is there a change to the course that you guys want to make, or?
Maybe make the swim a little bigger. Do some things with it. Everything else is probably going to stay about the same. We got good feedback about the people who rode the bike route ahead of time. They like the changes a lot more than the previous years.
That's good.
So, you know, we'll see how this ends up and what these people have to say. We were worried about the swim being short. We'll take the athletes' input and put it into play next year.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, they're our bread and butter. This is what it's all about.
Oh, no, I agree. Did you get to talk to any of these runners here, Vern?
Yeah, a few here and there. Actually, a few of them actually stopped down on the out-of-town people. Stopped down Friday night, the night before the race. We were getting some things together, their gift bags and whatnot.
That's cool.
And they wanted to, you know, they were trying to pick our brains a little bit, find out the layouts, and I mean, the running and the biking were actually online. You could pick the courses up right there.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, Vern, we're coming here to the end of our part down here. We're going to get ready to go up to the mountain here for the turnaround. But look who we have running up here right now.
Oh, the solicitor. He's that look in his eye. Somebody might be getting sued over this.
or us filming it, one or the other.
That wasn't a good look for a guy who always has a smile on his face. Tim didn't look very happy there.
That might be one of those, I don't know why I got myself into this look.
I did have to laugh when him and his brother were both participated in this. And his brother, no, Tim, one or the other, the way I understand it, here comes Greg Lincoln trying to fix his hair on the way up to the camera here. And that's you know what, Greg, take us from experience. It might be just a little bit too late for that. But anyway, Tim Witt and his brother would not get in. One wouldn't get in until he saw the other one's application because he thought it was one of those soccer bets.
Oh, oh, that's great. And I think this is going to wrap up our runners down here for sure. And we're going.
What a better way to wrap it up right there.
Yeah, we're going to go up to that turnaround point up on the mountain there and see what we can, what point these runners are, and hopefully get ready for our finish line, which is right around the corner.
Okay, let's go up and see what's going on. Okay, then we're up to the picturesque portion of this thing. This is the Great Allegheny Passage. That's the turnaround. There's a roadblock there. Tom Bailey, he's on his way back.
He's hustling.
You know, it'd be nice if we could have a time here to, you know.
That might be something to think about. I don't know if you can coordinate those or not. It looks like some of the people that caught up to Tom.
Yeah, that's Margaret House. That's, like I said, she's part of the DAM team. It looks like they're going to go on to take first place in the team event.
Did you guys have age categories for prizes, or was it?
We just basically, it was a 60 and older, and I think below 18. Under 18, 18 to 60.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, what is a track? Don't they do for like certain marathons, like the New York City Marathon? There's like a tracking system for all their runners.
Yeah, they have basically chips that they put in there.
Well, that's to prevent the fraud.
We had that the one year. We had chips. This last year we had chips.
And how did it work?
It worked out well. The only trouble is with your teams, you almost have to do a relay instead of a wand. You have to do the like the ankle bracelet.
And a couple here, we just made sure to get them running up to the turnaround. Back down the hill they go. Some biker. We had a lot of people out on the trails that weren't even in the contest.
Oh yeah, we told them they were coming through, and here's Brian Suter. Brian's gonna have a nice, strong finish here. I tell you what.
Probably finished top 10.
Oh, easy.
As Brian's going down, here come two more. The doctor.
Yes.
He's definitely pushing it.
You know, if they have enough air to talk, that means they're good. That's one of the signs of fatigue when you can't talk.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I did not realize that. These two are trying to catch him.
Debbie's trying to catch. Here comes Debbie Corner now. She's coming up on the rear. She has some time to make up with up against Rana Pushkar, but
she might be able to do it.
I think, you know what, it isn't that much. Look, they're just on our way back.
I mean, if you're going to pick up speed, it's coming down this hill.
Exactly. Depending on what kind of kick she has. And there she goes, so.
They always said that people with longer legs, you know, they only take half the amount of strides.
Right.
So, I mean, she might be making up time as we know it, you know, with the other woman there that, you know, she's a shorter woman, so she might be making up, what, 3 steps?
Compared to this lady.
Yeah.
A shorter stature,
yeah.
Yes.
3 to 1. Here's one of the groups that was down together when coming down 6th Street that we saw. There were a lot of runners here.
And they're starting to separate themselves a little bit.
Yeah.
They're friends until the end. Then
yeah.
Everybody starts, you know.
All for one. You actually see it. I believe I heard at the finish line we have a shot where two guys are actually competing against one another to see who can actually get first. So you need the photo finish for those two.
That trail's beautiful.
Oh, it's
If
gorgeous.
the local people don't take advantage of this, shame on you. That's downright.
You know what? This was actually my first time up here.
Is that right?
Yeah, first time up here. 3 years I've lived here.
I mean, you can go all over.
Oh, this is the part that takes you to Pittsburgh, correct?
Local guy, yes, Mr. Province. Yeah, this will take you to Pittsburgh.
It's about a 60-mile ride.
Yeah, something to that effect.
There
I
you-
don't know if the trail is totally complete. There's a small section by Sandcastle that's been under construction. You know, one of those political things where there's some red tape and whatnot.
Hey, speaking of political, here come our boys.
They're running together.
Yeah. If I remember correctly,
He was behind Tim.
yeah. So either they backed off to run with one another, 53.
Patrick Kelly. Greg's trying to get legal advice here from Tim. Saying, what can we do to Vern for making this course like it is?
You wonder if Tim charged him after the race was over?
Thank you, man.
Per mile? Per stride?
You know, and doesn't this make it great? Just like the traffic through the neighborhood, you
Yeah.
have the,
The bikers
yeah.
going downhill. That was a great day had by all. I will say this.
What a beautiful day. Like I said, cool for the athletes. This is perfect weather.
Well, Vern, here we're gonna head down the mountain now, and why don't we?
Yeah, we should be about right down to getting close for the finish.
Yeah, I think we're gonna send it over to our other camera and see what's going on there at the finish line as these two ladies are coming up here, and let's go take a look.
Here we go. Mr. Tom Bailey Jr.
He finished in first.
first. David Huffnagel. Brent Dean. Like I said, this is a part of the team. Margaret House. And that's actually Tom Bailey Sr.
Oh, really?
Yes. Brian Suter. Dr. Jerry Perez. Debbie Wilson. She would be the first woman to compete, to finish the race. And that was Debbie Connor. She was the second woman. No, I'm sorry, that's Debbie Connor was the first. Ronna Pushkar was the second. And Marilyn Hoover came in third. Now they're starting to roll in.
Oh yeah, there's been. You barely keep up with how many people are finishing this race now. Congrats to all these runners.
There's George Roskus. He's the first over 60. What a beautiful park.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Those were the two that were the photo finish.
Yeah. Like that one. You know, it was great. The
Jamie Brooks.
The
Yes.
runners all stuck around here, basically cheering
Everybody on.
Yeah. Everyone was finishing them within like 13 seconds. It wasn't a big gap here.
They make sure their time's accurate with what's on the clock here.
I bet they fight it too if it's, you know.
Oh yeah. That'd just be like having a smash and they call it an error and you knew it was a hit.
Oh yeah.
You're down the official score.
Want the home park deal.
I have to laugh. You see some of these people running through the finish. It's a little quicker than what they do. There we go. Mr. Lincoln, Mr. Witt. But you see these people, they're running a little quicker through the finish line than what they were on the turnaround.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Well, Vern, we're getting ready to wrap up here at the triathlon here. As you see, we're at 1 hour and 38 minutes. And any special thanks you'd like to give?
I tell you what, though, all the local first responders, New Haven Hose, Connellsville Township, South Connellsville Fire Departments, Fayette EMS, Connellsville Police Auxiliary, Connellsville Police Department. Those guys, they're always there if you need them for something. And the local Public Works Department, those guys, they helped out. Connellsville Township Road Crew, they lent us some barricades and different things. So there's a lot of people in the Connellsville Rec Board.
Yep, can't say enough things.
Yeah, those guys, I mean, for what they have, the movies in the park going on now, this, you know, there's a lot of things that they have going on and trying to get things back together here in Connellsville. But
and not only the movies in the park, but you guys are going to take them indoors for the fall and winter.
We're
correct?
working on that, yeah, up at the Porter Theater, at the community center, and we've had great response to those movies down there, and hopefully that'll grow along with the other things we have.
Well, Vern, we're down here to about our final minute here at the Connellsville 3rd Annual Triathlon. It looked like it was a big success for you guys this year.
Yes, it was. It grew. We had probably almost 30 more contestants than last year. That'll go. There's some kinks you still have to get out for things like this, but these are big things to take on for, you know, such a small group.
No, I agree. And not only will we look forward to the 4th annual next year, but ladies and gentlemen, do remember, Vern and I will be back here for Hometown Sports for all your high school football, volleyball, men's and women's soccer, and you know, some of the events that we have coming up here.
All right. Hey, Seth, I tell you what, I can't wait. This is the most wonderful time of the year. Football season's upon us. I mean, the old man winter's right around the corner, but I get to take the good with the bad.
All right, Vern, I will see you here soon. Our last runner takes us to the end of the race. Everybody have a good night. Thank you, and congratulations to everyone running.